9 Flame Sovereign Chapter 21. Get through the second main line. Gu Wan walked a little erratic on the road. Gu Wan knew that the punishment was already very light. Since the family chose Han Feng between him and Han Feng, he should not be merciful to him. It would be light to drive him out. More importantly, it is very likely to be reported to the entire Han family and be beheaded later. All this is because of the four elders. To the four elders, Gu Wan is grateful from the heart. Think of the spirit stones that have been greeted over the years. Gu Wan is full of guilt. These spirit stones, Gu Wan intends to leave to Cuba, but now it seems. If it weren't for Cuba, Gwyn would never want to do this kind of thing. How could this make the four elders? Gu Wan smiled bitterly. What is my life fortune? I thought I had the support of the four elders. Even if I died someday, my son would still be able to live a good life. The spirit stone I have greeted for so many years is enough for me. I have sufficient resources to practice. But now it seems that if I die, the family will not treat my son kindly for Han Feng. Even the spiritual stone I greeted will probably be taken away by the family. For my son, nothing is nothing. Going back to the residence, Gu Wan immediately sent someone to inquire about the training ground. When Gu Wan learned that Han Feng had become a member of the Training 10, Gu Wan had a sense of understanding in his heart. So talented, no wonder the family. It seems that I was injured, not all because of Han Feng's sneak attack. I was so blinded by power to offend such a promising genius. I'm really as stupid as a pig. I hope Han Feng can accept my apology, otherwise. Oh. Gwyn came to Cuba's bedside. Cuba lay on the bed and gradually awoke. Cuba opened his eyes. Father, what's wrong with you? In Cuba's impression, his father rarely showed such a downturned expression. Gu Wan rubbed Cuba's head and sighed. Son, never offend Han Feng in the future. Be careful. We can't afford it. What? When talking about Han Feng, Cuba first flashed a hint of resentment, then his face became pale with fear. Han Feng's third burst of chrysanthemum was too ruthless and left a deep shadow in Cuba's heart. Gu Wan saw this and knew that his son probably didn't have the guts to trouble Han Feng. Gu Wan was relieved. Talking about the previous incident, Gu Vanao, son, take care of the injury, I will go to apologize. If you remember as the father, you must never offend Han Feng in the future. If possible, try to please Han Feng, just like Gu and Han Lai. It's not bad to be Han Feng's follower. Of course, the premise is that Han Feng is willing to accept you. Gwyn left, leaving Cuba with a silent look. When Han Feng came to Han Tiancheng's residence in the afternoon, he suddenly found that Gu Wan was talking with his father. If you look closely, Gu Wan's expression is slightly respectful, no more arrogant before. Seeing Han Feng, Gu Wan immediately stood up, with a more serious expression. The slave has seen Master Feng. Han Feng raised his eyebrows and stared at Gu Wan. Soon, Gu Wan's forehead was soaked in cold sweat. At this time, Han Feng chuckled lightly. Gu Wan Guan is coming here, this young man is terrified. Hearing Han Feng's words, Gu Wan trembled all over, his face was bitter, and he was really offended. With a thump, Gu Wan knelt down under Han Feng's stunned gaze, only to hear Gu Wan tremblingly say, the slave. The slave knows that his behavior over the years has annoyed the young master, such as. If the young master is uncomfortable, you can kill the minion at any time, I just hope the young master can let go of the minion's son. Han Feng went to his seat and sat down. Your son? It's Cuba. If I killed you, doesn't Cuba hate me? I have no thoughts of future troubles. Gwyn looked desperate, kowtow again and again without a trace, and soon his forehead became red. Han Tiancheng couldn't bear it. Fenger, Gu Wan has already admitted his mistake, and the family has also punished him. From then on, Gu Wan is an ordinary slave and is no longer in charge. Han Feng was taken aback and thoughtfully, it seems that the family chose me, but it only gives Gu Wan such a light start. I am afraid it is scrupulous about the fourth elder. In the current situation of Gu Wan, I am afraid that I really dare not greedy as father's usual resource spirit stone. Fine, I have to give some face to the family and the fourth elders. This matter will stop here. Oh, I wanted to be more scared. My father's heart is still too soft. If it weren't for Grandpa and 3 uncles to take care of him secretly, just his father's character. It's no wonder that my never-before-seen mother has me, and doesn't care about my father. I heard that my mother is a famous genius. My father's character is probably not attractive. Han Feng cleared his throat and said coldly, since the family has punished you, and if there is another father interceding, I will spare you this time, and the next time, you will know the serious consequences of offending this young man. Gwen suddenly kowtowed his head with joy. Thank you, Master Feng, and thank you, Master Tiancheng. This is the spiritual stone that the minion has occupied over the years, and I will return it to you. As he said, the baggage brought by Gu Wan's opening, as a slave, even if his status is high, Gu Wan couldn't have storage belts such as storage. After Gu Wan left, Han Tiancheng gave the spirit stones to Han Feng, Fenger www. Well novel. Com, these spirit stones are for you. Although you don't know what Fenger wants to do, it must be related to practice. Looking at Han Feng, most of them are low-grade middle-grade spirit stones. Han Feng hurriedly pushed back, Father, this low-grade middle-grade spirit stone, I don't need it. You should use it for cultivation. With so many low-grade middle-grade spirit stones, even if your father does not reach the human level 5-star, you can at least reach the human level. Rank 4-star peak, half-step human rank 5-star. This. Okay. Han Tiancheng hesitated for a while and accepted. Indeed, the low-grade medium-level spirit stones can be absorbed and refined by a mere mortal martial artist. I think too much, Han Tiancheng thinks so. However, Han Tiancheng left it to Han Feng for some of the inferior spirit stones with purity of 9% and 10%. Han Feng didn't refuse either. With the current level of the 9 flames different fire art, just a little bit higher would be enough to refine these spirit stones. Returning to the room, Han Feng immediately entered the first floor of the 9 flame sky fire tower, and began to consume the source liquid that had not been absorbed before refining. I saw Han Feng's internal strength like a tens of thousands of horses galloping, and soon, when the early morning came, Han Feng suddenly exploded into a fierce energy. Han Feng's inner strength cultivation base broke through again, opening up the second main vein. But the source liquid still remained. Han Feng did not stop practicing, and continued to absorb the energy of the source liquid. Gradually, the sharp qi machine began to dissipate, and the inner strength cultivation base that opened the second main vein slowly stabilized. The new book is finally signed.